Kamal Pave, I don't know why you are dragging us along with you. We three would have taken a well-deserved rest before our exams start the next week. Right? Girish asked, yawning. Our exams will take a long time to finish, and I couldn't make my mom wait for my visit. And you all are here because just a few hours back you decided it, I replied, and pointing out his own plan in the end. That seemed to be like a sound plan to see your fiancé run in the opposite direction in life. However, I am tired with that bus journey at present, along with this walking into the village, with no transport. We can find, he explained and yawned again. Do you think it is right time to tell him? David whispered near my ear, and I stopped myself from laughing. Tell me what? Girish asked, apparently hearing David's words. That you're not going to get your wish. That's all, David replied before walking away. She is not in the village and left last weekend for her cousin's wedding, I explained, making Girish frown. Why didn't you tell me, but inform those both? He asked, looking at the grins covering our two other friends. You were out with your girlfriend when I got the call, and even Vani knows this, I replied, shrugging, and stared at my house. Well, we can at least have your mom's food, he said, shrugging himself. Mom, I said, entering the house with a big frown to see that she hasn't even closed her door. Kamal, today? Mom asked the moment, stepping out of the kitchen with a big frown for herself. Are you not happy, Mom? I asked her, frowning more. Today, she asked again before glancing at the clock which we followed to see that it is near to lunch. It doesn't matter, she mumbled and started walking near to the small table in the living room. Mom, what happened to you? I asked, still not believing her disappointed look. It's good to see you, Kamal, she mumbled, without even looking at me, and just dialed someone's number from the phone. Is she really ignoring you? She didn't let you leave her sight when she came to the campus to visit, Rakesh whispered from beside me. I think she is calling her, David whispered, and we all immediately walked near to her, but put a little distance away to not make her feel suspicious. I am not lying, dear. Have I ever lied to you? Mom asked, frowning at the table. He just arrived and I didn't even know that he is arriving. If you don't believe me, then wait a second, she said, before turning towards our side only for her eyes to widen. Kamal, she calmly called. What is it, Mom? I asked her, not able to remove the frown from my face at all. See. Now, it is in your hands. However, make sure to take a transport and not walk all the way from the city, she said, laughing before hanging up the phone. She is a crazy girl, and you are so lucky, she added, smiling at me before hugging me with a bright smile. I am so glad that you decided to visit me and also to bring your friends with you, she said, smiling at my friends. We are glad to be here, Auntie, Girish said, suddenly grinning at her. You all must be very tired. I will prepare lunch within a few minutes, and you all freshen up a little, she said, before walking into the kitchen. Seems like my wish is going to get fulfilled, Girish whispered before I showed them to my room. I shook my head and just hoped she didn't come here before I leave. Maybe that would not matter at all. After all, she would be running, I thought, gritting to myself. Does all the women in your village runs? I heard the question from Rakes, who is standing behind me while we are strolling near to a small lake in the evening. No. Why? I asked before turning around only to stop in my tracks to see a girl running in a very fast space a little far away from us towards some lane. Maybe she is your Girish mumbled, and immediately started running with Rakesh following him. Do you want to miss the chance to finally see her? David asked, raising his eyebrow before following them, and I followed him with no other way. She is not your fiancé, Girish grumbled when we reached near to my house. Why? I asked him, frowning. She didn't stop at yours, or even her house, and just continued to walk to the end of the lane before turning some way, Rakesh replied, trying to control his breathing along with us. We all walked inside my house thinking to take a rest before packing the bags to return. However, we all stopped near to the door with jaws dropped in shock.